Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 picks and a bonus sleeper pick for New Comic Book Day, February 23rd, 2022. If you're on a budget and can only pick up 5, maybe 6 books each week. That, and we announce our giveaway winner from last week and show you the new books that we're going to give away this week. All that and a whole lot more coming up next. I'm Jimmy Don Kerr, and this is the Small Town Collectibles YouTube channel. So before we get into my top 5 picks for New Comic Book Day, I want to ask you, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, to do that now. Hit that subscription button, turn on that notification bell so that you get notified when I put out new content, smash that like button, and hang around to the end of the video to find out what comment to leave to be entered into this week's giveaway. So as we've done for the past several weeks, these are the continuing series that I'm reading that are coming out this week. So there they are. Those are the books that I'm reading that are out this week, the continuing series that are going on. A lot of books. I got a huge pull list. It's crazy. So before we jump into our top 5 list this week, I do want to shout out channel sponsors, That SpiderMan Booth and Street Level Hero LA. Of course, That SpiderMan Booth, known for their mystery box that they sell. It's currently $35 plus shipping, and they give something cool away each week. That book this week is Spider-Man number 361, the second print, which is the first full appearance of Carnage. They've also got a great presence on Whatnot. You need to go over there and check them out. All kinds of good books being sold, a lot of fire covers, and get some great deals over there as well. So definitely go check out that Spider-Man booth on Whatnot. And then, of course, Street Level Hero LA, they put out fire covers each week. Right now, the covers that are on pre-sale are Ghost Rider number 2, the David Nakayama Street Level Hero LA exclusive. That comes out on 4/13/22, and the Virgin cover is $30. You've also got this Fire cover from Immortal X-Men #1. Also, the Street Level Hero LA exclusive from David Nakayama. The Virgin cover comes out on 5/11/2022 with a price of $30. So yeah, Street Level Hero LA, that Spider-Man booth. Appreciate their support for my channel. I've linked them down below. Go check those guys out. Number 5. With their latest mission behind them, the Padawan face their greatest challenge yet, the future. Farzala and Court are ready to take the next steps, but Lula can't shake her emotions, as is the Jedi way. She's been trained for battle, for diplomatic relations, for rescue missions. She was never trained for a heart that aches for more. Through it all, though, they are guided by the wise words of the Jedi, for light and for life. So coming in at number 5 on our list this week is Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #13. That book comes from Marvel with a retail price of $3.99. Now, the reason this book makes the list this week is I am very bullish on pretty much anything Star Wars right now. This is the final issue of this series. I expect down the road we're going to see canon from these books on Disney Plus in some of the new Star Wars shows that they put out. So that's why I brought in at number 5 on the list, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #13. Number 4. After the dawn comes the rain. The story that began with War of the Bounty Hunters continues here in the second installment of a trilogy that will reshape the history of the Star Wars galaxy during the Age of Rebellion. Featuring the return of beloved characters, shocking twists, epic feats of the Force, and a story that will reach from Star Wars' darkest underworld all the way to the Imperial Palace on Coruscant. Crimson Reign is a Star Wars saga like no other. So coming in on our list at number 4 this week is Star Wars Crimson Reign #1, the Cover Q second print by you. Now, this also comes from Marvel with a retail price of $4.99. Now, in this book, when it originally came out, you get the first appearance of Amara Vex, Bright, Seer, and the Archivist, members of the Orphans. You also get the first appearance of Miranda, a member of the Knights of Ren. So I really dug the cover on this one when it first came out, when the cover A actually came out. And as I said earlier, I'm really bullish on these Star Wars books right now, and especially Crimson Reign. You know, I was watching Solo the other night, and they were talking about the Crimson Guard. And so I was just like, wow, you know, Crimson Reign's out right now. I think we're going to see that play out on Disney Plus. So that's why I'm bringing in at number 4 on the list this week, Star Wars Crimson Reign #1, the second print. Number 3. How do you win a war against time? A special year-ending adventure that gives portents as to what is to come in the Marvel Universe over the next 12 months. Kang the Conqueror is a warrior, a destroyer, a subjugator, but even he is subject to the whims and vicissitudes of time itself. So when a parallel timeline threatens to overwrite the future Kang has fought so long and so hard to control, the Master of the Ages has no choice but to go to war with time itself, battling through the days of tomorrow as he struggles to prevent the end of what is to come. So coming in at number 3 on the list this week is Timeless #1, the Cover L second print by Jesus Says. Now, the only reason I put this book on the list is because this is the first cover appearance of the Punisher with the new chest emblem replacing the original skull. Now, as I said on First Appearances and Key Issues yesterday, I don't know that this is a permanent change. There's been a lot of talk about the Punisher logo and what it means, out there in just everyday culture. But if they do make this change, this is going to be a key book to have. So I don't think that you can pass it up. I think you need to grab 1, maybe 2 for your PC just in case. Now, like I said, it may be nothing. I think it more has to do with the storyline than it does an actual long-term change of the logo. But I'm going to pick up a couple myself just to make sure. You may want to as well. Number 2. Johnny Blaze Has the Perfect Life. a wife and 2 kids, a job at an auto repair shop, and a small town community that supports him. But Johnny isn't doing well. He has nightmares of monsters when he sleeps, and he sees bloody visions when he's awake. This life is beginning to feel like a prison, and there's a spirit in him that's begging to break out. So coming in at number 2 on our list this week is Ghost Rider number 1. Of course, that's from Marvel with a retail price of $5.99. Now, I bring this in at number 2 just because I'm excited to have a new Ghost Rider title to read. Excuse me. You know, I think Ghost Rider is going to play a big part in the next phases of the MCU as they go cosmic. And I think we're going to see Cosmic Ghost Rider out there. But I'm just excited to have a Ghost Rider title to read, and you know you're going to get some awesome covers as well. The art's going to be off the chain for this. But this book, you also get a first appearance, actually 3. You get the first appearance of Zeb, a dark magician, the first appearance of Talia Warroad, an ex-SHIELD agent, and the first team appearance of a government agency tasked to investigate Ghost Rider. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Looking forward to the read, as I said. These first appearances, I think this is just a solid book to pick up, and that's why I bring it at number 2 on the list, Ghost Rider number 1. Number 1, the superhero crossover event of 2022. 2021's hottest new superhero, Radiant Black, launches into his first ever crossover event with the Image Comics debut of Inferno Girl Red and the first appearance of Rogue Sun. The future of Image's superhero universe is here. Power Rangers and Shattered Grid architects Kyle Higgins and Ryan Parrott, Matt Groom and Francesco Manna from Marvel's Ultraman, and colorist extraordinaire Igor Monti unite for a one-shot, extra-length crossover event so big it can only be called Supermassive. So coming in at number 1 on our list this week is Supermassive number 1, and that does come from Image Comics with a retail price of $5.99. Now, as I said or read in the synopsis there, this is the first appearance of Inferno Girl Red and the first appearance of Rogue Sun. But this is a crossover with those 2 characters with Radiant Black, who had a big year in 2021. That's a fun book to read. I actually enjoy it. And I'm not a big Power Rangers guy per se, but maybe I am. I haven't read Power Rangers. I hated the cartoon, or the TV show, couldn't stand it. But I really enjoy Radiant Black. And as the synopsis said, this is the future of Image's superhero universe. And Image is a great company. They do a great job with their titles. And there's no doubt that Radiant Black at some point will become a TV show, a movie, something. It will become something. And to have these first appearances and this first crossover event, I think that's a big deal. And that's why I brought in Supermassive number 1 at number 1 on the list this week. Sleeper pick. All right, so I could not decide on my sleeper pick this week. There's 2 books that I really like. And what I try to do with the sleeper pick is look at the synopsises of both, or look at the synopsises of the books that are coming out, and books that I think could be a TV show or a movie, you know, on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something down the road. The first is Step by Bloody Step number 1 from Image at a retail price of $4.99. And the synopsis reads, an armored giant and a helpless child. Together they cross an astonishing world brimming with beasts, bandits, and deadliest by far civilizations. If they stop walking, the earth itself forces them onward. Why? The child can't ask. She and her guardian have no language, no memory, nothing except each other. So I love that. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So one of my sleeper picks this week is Step by Bloody Step number 1 from Image. The other one is In His Own Image number 1 from Source Point Press with a retail price of $3.99. The synopsis on this one reads, in a not too distant future, new technologies give birth to new ways to vent violent and aggressive instincts. Subjects without any legal protection as androids can be the victim of any nefariousness. But how long will the man be able to exercise full control over the machine? This story is about the violent nature of the human being and deals with the unstable structure between man, machine, and God, between the creator and the creature made in his own image. So yeah, that's In His Own Image number 1. And I like these stories. I think it was Not All Robots. I think that's what it was called, that came out just a little while back. I think that one was from AWA UPSHOT. And I like these human versus robot type stories. And so I'm interested to read this. And we've seen movies, as I've said, we've seen movies like this before. And I think I said that in a previous, upload. We've seen movies like this. So there's a chance and there's potential for a story to be made from this, or a movie to be made from this story. So yeah, I really like both of these, and I really couldn't decide. Like I sat down and I was like, I just can't decide. Let's just do both. I'm going to put them both on the sleeper pick list this week. All right, guys, that's it. That's our top 5 and our bonus sleeper picks this week, as we have 2 instead of 1. Couple things left to do here. Of course, we've got to announce our giveaway winner. And at this point, I usually show you the books. And of course, I've left them at home again. So I'm going to put it up here on the screen. The books that are up for grab this week are The Prophet Facsimile, Edge of the Spider-Verse #2 Facsimile, and the Star Wars Darth Vader #23 Cover C variant by Rafael Incio. So let's jump over here to our screen. We'll share our screen and show you guys, or the random comment picker. Here we go. Already got the video loaded up. Filter duplicate users. And I got the comments. We had 19 unique comments. We're going to hit start and pick our winner. And the winner this week is Nick's Kicks and Comics. His comment is, another great one in the books. Congrats, Cole. So Nick, hit me up on Instagram. And if you want these books, I'll ship them to you. Or if you want to AOK them to someone, that's what Nick usually does. He likes to send out an AOK. Sometimes when he wins, be glad to do that for you as well. All right, so last thing, got to announce the books that we're giving away this week. So first book up is Iron Fist #1. Really enjoyed this read. Thought this was fun. So we got this Iron Fist #1. Quad #1, really enjoyed this read. Quad #2 is actually out this week as well. And then another book I really enjoyed was Until My Knuckles Bleed #1. So 3 great books this week: Until My Knuckles Bleed, Quad #1, and Iron Fist #1. And that's what we're giving away this week for this video. So what do you got to do to be entered? You have to be subscribed to the channel. You have to hit the thumbs up button on this video. And you have to leave a comment letting me know what's your top pick this week. What's your top pick? So with the hashtag Comic Book Mafia. Do that, give me your top pick, hashtag Comic Book Mafia, and you'll be entered into this week's giveaway. All right, guys. Oh, and before I forget, I want to shout out Page 3 Game Zone. I say Page 3 Comics every time. Page 3 Game Zone, that's my local LCS. They donate these books for the giveaway. They're linked down in the description below. So make sure you hit those guys up for your comic book, trading cards, and toy needs. They got everything down there. So great shop. Appreciate all those guys very much. All right, everybody, that's it for me this week. I hope you have the greatest new comic book day ever, and I hope this video helps you in some way if you're on a budget each week for new comic book day. All right, I can't wait. Huge week. I'm really looking forward to all the reads this week. You guys have a great one. You know how we end this thing. Until next time.